a tour of the whole shop to fill your bags up with basically you have no clue what it's going to do for you. You have no clue if it's good for you, if it's bad for you. And that's what we call blind nutrition. That's basically guessing. Okay, so we basically have taken the guesswork out of it, and we came up with a solution that basically hits it right on the target, which is called DNA designer nutrition. That's where you basically take a non-abrasive swab your cheek, put it in an envelope, send it off to a HIPAA compliant lab, and then from there they give you a 35-page report, okay, that basically looks into your SNPs. Okay, so you got variants in your genes, and those are the single nucleotide polymorphisms that they're looking into. And basically from there they can tell where you're deficient in just from the DNA strand. So how cool is that to be able to know exactly what your body should be taking using a DNA sample? So I believe I have a video coming up here. I might have one more slide before we start the video. But again, I really appreciate your time chime in. So here's a video with Ron Williams, the CEO. Please watch. Should start here in just a second, folks. Give it some time.
The big question is, was your nutritional product made before or after your DNA test results? Euphoria Science is the cell phone to the landline. It's Netflix to Blockbuster. Euphoria really is an extreme human experience in an extreme scientific environment.
A one-of-a-kind custom-designed nutritional formula based on each person's unique DNA. That's really the groundbreaking technology behind Euphoria.
Everyone wants into DNA right now. Of course they do. It's projected to be a $600 billion marketplace. So the problem is they'll do your DNA test, which is great, but then we've got your DNA, here, try all these prefabbed supplements, one size fits all. We just keep taking everything, hoping we get some results.
Up until now, we were buying a bottle of this and a box of that. It's the same stuff that everyone else is taking. And we had cupboards filled with every supplement you could imagine.
Your DNA is different from my DNA, and my DNA is different from everyone else's. So we shouldn't be taking everyone else's nutritional supplements. We should be taking those that are uniquely made for us.
We all have genetic variants that affect our DNA. That's why my eyes are brown and your eyes are blue. But we also have genetic variants that can affect our overall health and wellness. These genetic variances are called SNPs, single nucleotide polymorphisms.
Single nucleotide polymorphism.
The SNPs that Euphoria tests for are what I like to call the heavy hitters. These are the ones that can be compensated for with proper nutrition and can make the biggest difference in your overall health and wellness.
I guess when I think about DNA in my body, I just think about things that are obvious, like physical features, or things that you can always see, that are right in front of you.
But there's all these little hidden areas of your health that you don't really think about, and they're affected by your DNA.
Basically, you take a simple non-invasive DNA test, you stick it in a prepaid envelope where it goes off to our medical grade labs, highest quality, highest standards of price. All right, time for Mission Nutrition. Let's go on this journey.
Your DNA is processed in a CAP-accredited, CLIA-certified, and HIPAA-compliant facility. Your data is secured, protected, and most importantly, accurate.
Your DNA results are going to reveal what SNPs you have that are affecting your overall health and nutrition.
Within a short matter of cure link with your DNA test results, 35 pages talking about your genetic SNPs.
The Euphoria Wellness DNA report is easy to read, especially because it has all of your scientific DNA information just right in front of you.
Green means you didn't inherit from either parent. Yellow means you got it from one parent. And then red means you got it from both parents.
Understanding your DNA helps anchor that conversation about your wellness and removes a lot of the guesswork about your health.
And it confirms a lot of suspicions, like things that were going on with our bodies that actually make sense now.
It's not just enough to understand your DNA, there are things you should do about it. And that's where Euphoria takes things to the next level.
The technology behind Euphoria Science, the software, was over 24 years in development. It's proprietary. Nobody else has it, and it facilitates what we call the algorithm of you.
So here's the real issue. Suppose we didn't know we were taking enough of a particular nutritional supplement. In fact, we may be taking less than what we really require because we weren't overcoming our genetic weaknesses.
Or we think, I could take more of a particular vitamin or supplement, and I should be okay. But we could literally take too much and be dealing with toxicity.
For years, we understood what nutrition and nutritional requirements were needed for humans. But it wasn't until recently, with the advent of genomic testing, that we could pinpoint and in a precise way determine genetic weaknesses and then supplement with the proper nutrition. And now, not only do we know what we need or don't need, Euphoria Science translates that unique information into everyone's own unique nutritional formula.
It'll drop, based on DNA results, nearly 100 plant-based, peer-reviewed studied ingredients into one formula that we call Youtrition.
We were very careful in choosing the ingredients for Youtrition. They're all based on multiple peer-reviewed studies.
There's no two test results alike, no two formulas alike. It's made specifically for you, dictated by your DNA. This is the only software of its kind on the planet, 24 years in development, and the only machine of its kind to prepare your unique Youtrition. Youtrition is a straight line of nutrition for you because it's made for you. It has your name on it.
Euphoria creates your own personalized nutritional formula to the microgram, a clinical dosage of exactly what you need.
Currently, based on the SNPs we test for in Euphoria Phase 1, we can create nearly 400 million unique formulas.
And you don't have to wait for your Youtrition to arrive to begin to experience some of these nutritional benefits.
While your DNA is pairing to your very own Youtrition, people engage in the product Pretrition, designed to prepare your body for your very own designer Youtrition.
Every YouStart kit comes with a 30-day supply of what we call the Pretrition formula. Pretrition is a very powerful combination of ingredients, including astaxanthin and AC11 for DNA repair. Pretrition is actually the foundational formula for everyone's finalized Youtrition.
I've been involved with companies where they'll make a product and they'll find a headline in marketing. Here, so much time and money, millions and millions of dollars have been put into this technology. So there's no cutting corners. When your product is made, your actives are clinical doses based on those peer-reviewed studies. They're not just sprinklings of powder.
To take your DNA, process it through software to determine what you need, then input that into a machine that creates your formula, revolutionary.
So we have the one and only Youtritionator. Print your label, makes your product, ships it to your doorstep. Your name on it.
The science of nutritional medicine, which is what we call nutrigenomics, has finally entered the 21st century.
No other company has this technology, and no other company can do what Euphoria can do for your health and nutrition.
I think our children are going to make fun of us someday and say, wait a minute, you guys all used to take the same supplements for everybody? Peace is priceless on today's planet, and knowing your DNA dictated your very own formula, it allows us to sleep at night, literally. Unlike what we've seen in the blind nutritional space, where it ends up in hype and desperation and over-promising, trying their hardest to distinguish themselves from their market twins.
DNA is everywhere now.
It's not just about family history, but it's about my personal health today.
So there you have it, Euphoria Science, arguably the most significant wellness company in history. So welcome to Euphoria, where being you never felt better.
So, folks, that was Ron Williams talking about Mission Nutrition, and a lot of great information there when it comes to DNA designer nutrition. And let me go ahead
The
and
big question is, was your nutritional product made before or after your DNA test results? Euphoria Science is the cell phone to the landline. It's Netflix to Blockbuster. Euphoria really is an extreme human experience in an extreme scientific environment.
Looks like it skipped a little bit there, but no worries, we are back online. And I played the video one more time. Wonderful. Okay, let me just adjust this real quick. Gotta go to channel 5. Thank you. There you go. Perfect. There we go. I was pushing too many buttons on my computer here. Okay, let's see here. It should. There we go. Okay, so apologize for that, but you know, talking about the mission nutrition and the DNA designer nutrition, again, folks, you know, that's just one aspect of how exclusive and proprietary it is. And you know, most important with the quality when it comes to world-class lab, it's above the bar. You know, you want to make sure that you have a HIPAA compliant and CLIA certified solution when it comes to handling the DNA, and you want to make sure there's a really good lab involved when it comes to that. So just be rest assured that you have total 100% protection on your DNA. There's nobody that's going to get your information, sell the information off, and all of a sudden you get spammed with a whole bunch of information. So, but again, like I was talking to you folks earlier about the 18 key actual SNPs, which is the single nucleotide polymorphisms. Here's a list of them, and this is what they're looking into when it comes to when you send in your DNA sample. So there's one that I'm looking up there, the CYP11B2 SNP, which is for your healthy blood pressure. You know, I know a lot of folks definitely want to make sure their blood pressure is under control. A lot of folks struggle with being overweight. So once you want to know what type of variant you have in your gene when it comes to why you might be overweight. So the FTO SNP there, the healthy weight management, and then another one is the oxidative stress support. A lot of people have issues with with back pains and inflammation, stuff like that. So the TNFA SNP would definitely be something to want to look at in your SNP. So how cool is that to actually get a 35-page report, and it comes right to your door while you're taking a pre-nutrition, which has all these 100 plant-based peer-reviewed ingredients that's in that solution. So look at here, you have all the peer-reviewed ingredients are bioidentical, so you're getting nothing but the best of the best when it comes to those ingredients. And on our next slide here, I believe we have the this is the Time magazine. So if you go dial back about 20 years, this is when these magazines were coming out, and they're talking about using your DNA to figure out what the destiny of your health is going to be. Cracking the code. Genetics is the future, which is now. These were all talked about back 20 years ago, and here we are. Euphoria being basically the heavy lifter when it comes to DNA designer nutrition. So folks, this isn't like it was set up a couple days ago. This has been over 20 years in the making. And what's cool about that is that now Euphoria has intellectual software. Again, it's over 20 years in the making. Produces your name and barcode. Approaches you're basically approaching over 400 million unique formulas, and then it's just a matter of taking that DNA test to know which one is for you. So that's a pretty cool solution where they're using an artificial intelligence software that basically runs your DNA test through a computer to get to know exactly what variants you have in your genes. So now we're talking about the nutritionator. This is basically the one and only. It basically blends and labels your very own nutrition right on the fly. So how cool is it to, right from getting your test, having your sample sent off to the lab, and then from the lab it gets sent to the computer that basically punches out the barcode that goes to the nutritioner that makes your formula. So that is just an awesome, now we're going back to the very beginning when I said, we're going to talk to you about exclusive and proprietary. This is what makes it exclusive and proprietary. There's no other companies on the planet that have this specific machine that can basically blend and label your nutrition rate on the fly there. So this is a cool opportunity. And this is just some. I don't have enough room on this whole slide here, but these are just some of the ingredients if you're going to go to the store, okay, and buy all these ingredients to even compete or even compare to what the nutrition can offer you. Okay, so I don't see anybody going to the store, buying over $700 worth of vitamins and supplements, and then you'd have to take at least about 60 capsules a day just to be close to the ingredients that you're going to get in nutrition. So just think of the cost savings that you're going to get to get a better supplement program that's made just for you. Can't sell it on eBay, can't sell it on Wayfair, you can't sell it on Amazon. This is made just for you. So that's another thing that which talking at the very beginning makes it very exclusive. So on our next slide here, we have basically an analogy, or basically a diagram, just to kind of put that in your mind, what it would actually look like. You're going up there. I mean, are you a systematic expert on your health? Are you a systematic expert on these manufacturers that are making these supplements? Do you have all the information at your fingertips to make that decision before you make that purchase? I gotta say I don't. But if you look to the right-hand side, that it can be all done for you. So just imagine just taking out all that frustration, all that stress. What glucosamine, product should I buy for my knees? You don't have to worry about that. It's all already decided. And another thing is, in the video, I really paid close attention to Dr. Jim Myers when she mentioned, maybe you're not getting enough. So it's not even being effective. And then maybe you're taking too much, which then you're causing toxicity in your body. So that is definitely not what you want to do. So because you take more of a supplement doesn't mean you're gonna get better. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is you want to have the right clinical doses when it comes to consuming a supplement. And on our next slide, I just put this up. You are a miracle because it starts with your DNA. So Euphoria basically is providing a huge opportunity to you. And they coined the phrase of being you has never felt better. That basically speaks volumes when it comes to using your DNA to actually know what your body should be taking. So all these other products that are on the market that say, oh, our coffee does this and our juice does that, and we do. All you gotta ask them is like, have you done a DNA test? How do you know for sure that that product's gonna help you? And that basically ends that conversation. So again, folks, Euphoria, being you never felt better. And on to the next slide here. We're on to the career opportunity, okay? And it's perfect timing. So this is what got me really excited about, because in anything that is exclusive and proprietary, when it comes to someone that's an entrepreneur, they catch on to it really quickly because that's what sets them apart from the competition. And here we have an opportunity where you can invest $39.95 into just getting set up, getting a whole wealth of information in the back office, getting an app for your phone that you can basically use as a CRM tool to manage all your prospecting and all your folks that you talk to. Everything's at your fingertips. So Euphoria is still in a soft launch. and they've basically grown very quickly, from the first day that they started. So let's talk about the career opportunity. Um, One thing about the career opportunity, what I can say, there's many ways to get paid.